What's up? Mic check. Let me fix my chair. Oh, huh. I'm not even on my stream. Let me just make sure the audio is cool. Make sure people can hear me. 1 second. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Hit the lights. There we go. Nice and bright in here. Oh, whoops. Oh no, they're on the right way. I need to fix that. In my screen, everything is flipped around. Oh, it's mirrored. So when I look at myself, everything looks backwards. So I always try to grab this side of my hat or my beanie or hat when I mean this side, and this cable's on my left, even though it looks like it's on my right to me. All right. So lots of really cool news happening for the last, I would say, would it be like 3 days, 4 days? Hold on, let me see something. I take my glasses off. I make it a little bit easier. Somebody said my glasses looking crazy, but then I can't read anything. Can't see. I can read everything still. No, I'm gonna keep them on. Yo, these are mad dirty, super dirty. I need to get streaming glasses. I make a little bit better. All right, blue blockers block all the screens. Okay, so lots of really interesting news, lots of really good news happening over the last, I would just basically say like 10 days. So if you guys didn't see the stream I did last week, we basically, we launched a prototype product on Hyperliquid called Hyperhold, and it actually ended up being fairly successful in the first like 3 or 4 days. Nothing crazy, but just exciting enough to pursue it further. And so last week we took the existing contract, the existing Bloxwap contract, down from Solana, closed out all the contracts, basically paid everybody back who had deposited liquidity, returned, I think there are only like 3 or 4 people that traded on it anyway. And so we just returned all the money and closed everything down. And then I spent, was it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pivoting everything over to Hyperliquid. So Bloxwap now runs 100% on the Hyperliquid interface. We casted a vote. There were only 10 people, I think, that voted, so it wasn't anything crazy. Or maybe even 8 people that voted. It wasn't a lot of people. But I think overall, the idea was a good idea to have the votes to pivot over to Hyperliquid. And I can go through a couple of explanations why. I talked about it in a previous podcast or in a previous stream, but I can go over that again for everybody. So actually, let me bring up my browser real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the biggest benefit for going with Hyperliquid is just that they have a ton of liquidity. Let me switch over here. So this is the pitch deck, kind of like the original idea behind what we wanted Bloxwap to be. Let me make this get a little bit better aspect ratio. Oh, too narrow. Okay, perfect. So the idea was to build a front end for perp dexes, right? And dexes in general, because they're very complicated for regular people to use. So we put together, my brother and I put together this deck. It's basically just real-time betting, trading, prediction markets, and exchanges. Prediction market exchange for the next generation of investors. And then this is just my brother and I. My brother's a genius, and I just build lots of interfaces. This is kind of the canonical example of what we were trying to improve upon. So this is Hyperliquid's interface. I would say, volume-wise, the most popular perp dex in crypto right now. And then, wait, what was the price of Hype in this picture? Because I took this in September last year. Was it 31? Geez, okay. So this is what we're looking at, right? A very simple user experience. And we've made some modifications, but not having people do a lot of heavy lifting, heavy thought, just making it super easy for people to interact with whatever the trading product is. And so we're going after crypto to start, and then we wanted to tap into like equities and predictions. And this was the demo at the time. It's tap trading. It's basically an up-down version of trading. So if you think the price is going to go up, you tap above the line. You think the price is going to go down, you tap below the line. And because of how fast we wanted this experience to run, we couldn't really build this on an existing perp dex, just because the amount of there's just way too much latency. There are way too many fees. Everything on a regular perp dex is obviously, they're called perpetuals, which means they don't have a settlement time. So there's funding rates, and there's all this stuff that gets included in trying to build this type of micro perp dex. And we have a prototype that's working. We have the code for it, even though we pulled it down from GitHub. And so we have some ideas around how it works, but it's just fundamentally easier to just go with something like Hyperliquid, which already has all the liquidity. And maybe it's not as fast, but the experience is still pretty good compared to TradFi. So this was our original business model. We don't do this anymore. We take like 5 basis points now, it's like not even 2%, it's 0.05%. So it's even lower than this. And then this was our growth. But this was really the key screen here. This was our timeline and of what we were trying to accomplish and how we were trying to get through it. So I had the Bitcoin MVP working, and we launched that a couple of weeks ago. But the challenge was to start to scale out into broader crypto markets, right? So, we wanted to scale into Solana, Ethereum, Zcash, all these other markets that exist where people are trading and people are finding alpha, and there's, where there's optimization and pricing and value. And then we wanted to go into equities, right, or stocks, right? So there's all these stocks that also exist that people are trading: GameStop, Nvidia, Tesla, etc. Then there's prediction markets, or we're calling them outcome markets, right? Where people are trading, will this happen before this date or after this date? And then you've got like betting markets, which is just like pure gambling. There's no real underlying asset. You've got more insiders. So the further away you get from this crypto side, or maybe the equities, you get more into like more speculation. But people that have inside information are making judgments based on that, right? And you could see something where, there's like an up-down market on who will be the first pole, like who will be in pole position every single lap of like an F1 race, right? And you can see the real-time betting odds and stuff like that. So this was really the screen, the page that kind of we had no real path to getting towards, right? Like we were still here in Q1 2026, and it's May, so this is the 5th month, so we're kind of halfway into here, and we hadn't even released anything to scale up to Ethereum or Solana or other crypto assets. And it would also require the backend that we were using to support the stuff. And so we could have got them to build it in, but we weren't even really solid on this. So when I tried to build an interface on Hyperliquid, it was amazing because Hyperliquid already implements Bitcoin. They already implement the crypto markets. They also already implement equities. And this last Saturday, was that 2 days ago they implemented outcome markets, which are the same thing as prediction markets, but I think outcome probably maybe a little bit easier to say, a little bit easier to spell. So if we go look at Bloxwap right now, we can take a look. So it's very simple. We remove the, tapping above the line and below the line boxes. It's basically just if you think it's going to go up, tap up. You think it's going to go down, tap down, and then you can close your P&L. So, uh-oh. Wait, what's going on? Okay. Wait, is this broken? I can't see anything moving. Why is the thing bending? Uh-oh, did I break this already? Oh my gosh. Let me see something. Okay, this is Bitcoin. The price is not moving at all. Why is that? Give me 1 second. Let me just check. Oh, it's just not moving in my environment here, which is interesting. Outside of my environment, outside of this thing, it's moving. Am I blocked? Oh, you know what? 1 second. I think I have a caching issue, and I don't know how to clear the cache in this thing that I wrote. Let me just open up a new browser. Let me try this. No, it's still not loading. That is very strange. Let me see if I can figure out why this is not loading. Hyperliquid WebSocket is down. That's not good. Not good at all. I don't know how real. Yeah, it looks like the Hyperliquid WebSocket is down. Not a good time to do a demo. All right, well, that's one challenge that we're gonna have to figure out. So we probably need a backup. Let me make a note real quick. Okay. So I'll do this actually later today. Get backup Hyperliquid WebSocket. It's funny because last week there was I don't know if he was a biz dev person or somebody in the Hyperliquid Discord channel, and he was like, hey, you should use our thing for a backup RPC or backup endpoint. And I was like, nah, we're good. We're just going to use the main one. Well, the main one's down right now. So, okay, so this was the cool thing about this, and we don't really need to see the price chart to go through this, but if you look through what we currently have supported, basically in terms of assets now, instead of just having Bitcoin, which was our original asset, now we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Solana, Hyperliquid. We've got a bunch more assets, Pudgy Penguins, and they also have, the leverage that comes with the Hyperliquid perp dex. So that's one area of assets that we have. But now we also have commodities. So we can support, gold, silver, Brent oil. And these are actually very interesting right now, especially with what's going on geopolitically, because you have access to now trading, the news, but based on, what's happening. So I think on X, somebody posted this morning that Brent oil had gone up, I don't know, to 119 or something. I don't know if I can see what it is. Yes, this is not right. So you can trade that type of news based on the price of Brent oil. And then we also have stocks, right? So we've got like Nvidia, Alphabet, Google. All these are like the popular stocks that are being traded actively. And then I think Trade Markets, Trade.xyz, they just added GameStop yesterday. So that's another area where, you can trade, because I think GameStop just put a bid in to buy PayPal or something, eBay, one of those two. So that's another area for, opportunity to trade. And then we also have indices. So the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are also listed. And then in addition to these, you've got, we just actually started working with, what's it called? Para something. 1 second. Let me find this guy. I don't want to say the incorrect thing because, you know, there's 100 different applications and services out there. Let me get these guys. Get the proper person. Oh, Trade Paragon is their handle on X. So, what was it? Oops. Not terminal. Browser. x.com/Trade Paragon. This one. So these, they power Hyperliquid with these different tickers, right? So Total 2, and Bitcoin Dominance and others. I don't know if they do Total 3 also, but if you're not familiar with these indices, Bitcoin Dominance is just basically Bitcoin's ratio compared to the rest of the crypto market. So it's basically, is Bitcoin growing or shrinking versus the rest of crypto? Total 2 is everything in crypto, the total market cap except for Bitcoin. And then others is, Total 3 is everything except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think. And then others is everything outside of the top 10. So this is basically like alts and shitcoins down here, right? So if you're not in the top 10, then you're in others. It's just the others market cap. So these are indices. And then they have, they've added pre-IPO markets. So you can see stuff like Anthropic, which is, these are not working right now either, but from the API, but you can see like Anthropic, and then you can see what they added on, was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday or last Friday were the outcome markets. So outcome markets, this is effectively like Poly Market or Kalshi, right? So you've got these markets that are like up-down markets. So you can say, hey, I think it's going to go up, and you can open up a position. And if you think Bitcoin, I'm going against, it's back. The service is running again. So I said, I think Bitcoin is going to be above 79,980. So I just clicked on it. And then once I've clicked on it, it's just holding this position open right now. I can't switch anything because right now we're focusing on just one at a time instead of actively switching between different assets. But right now this position's open, and, you know, right now people are betting against me to say that it's going to go up. So if I close this, then I would have lost like $26 betting that I think Bitcoin's going to go up in this little bit of time. But you can see the volatility over here. This thing is moving up and down quite a bit. And, you know, there's obviously more macroeconomic news about what's happening with Bitcoin, but this is one of the outcome markets that's powered by outcome.xyz. I think it's their domain. Actually, let me double check that too. Outcome.xyz. Nope. That's not them. Don't go there. Hold on, let me find their thing. 1 second. Wait, that I just spelled it wrong. Oh no, you know what? I think their actual site is down. Yeah, the site is down. That is their site, but you can't get there. You could just go to their X account, x.com. I need to figure out, I'm going to go send a message to somebody in the Telegram and tell them like, hey, your site's not loading. But yeah, this is them. So they're providing outcome markets. And the first market they actually added was just Bitcoin up, down, right? So, you know, do you think Bitcoin is going to be above this price in this much time? And then once it settles, you get paid out, and then you can, and it's pretty cool to watch. Like last night I watched the market and I saw it go all the way up to 100% from like 50 or 60%. But this is more of like an active zoomed in position that you'd be trading. So effectively scalping. So the exciting part is that in the last 10 days, basically almost, I'll say 11 days, right? We've been able to speed up this entire timeline, integrate prediction markets, integrate equities, and integrate crypto, and have this full system up and running, right? And then the other cool thing is that we've basically like compressed our timeline so we can actually generate actual value and revenue because we have lots of different options. So the other thing that you can see is, so one of the things is that right now everybody still has access to their wallets that are on Solana. I need to figure out a bridge, which is what I'm going to be doing this week. But you still have your wallet, you still have all your Sol or your ETH or your your Sol or your USDC, whatever was in there. I've created this like little wallet tab, and when you connect, I'm going to re-add the connections, the social logins and everything. And once I put those back in, you'll come back in here and you'll see all your balances and everything. I just started fresh with the Ethereum wallets, but all the Solana wallets are still there. And then I'll fix this to basically be the token actions model that I designed like 2 years ago. So it'll be super easy for you to move assets between the exchange and your wallet and all of the different other assets that you'll be holding. So like Hype, USDC, USDH, you'll have Sol obviously, and you'll have USDC on Solana as well. So I'm going to try to clean this up. That's the goal for today, in addition to doing some marketing and chatting with folks. So there's that. But the thing that I'm super excited about is we have this leaderboard that we're building up. So the goal is for us to reward people that figure out how to use this tap trading experience to be successful trading, right? So we were trying to do everything we can internally to make this a successful endeavor. And what we're going to do is we're going to give away the first $250,000 of builder fees. So to put that in perspective, I think the Phantom wallet generates between like $60,000 and $120,000 a day in builder fees, right? So basically like double, well, 2 to 4x this, right, in a day. And then you've got other wallets like Rabby, I think generates like $30,000 a day. So if we can get this experience cleaned up, fixed up, smooth, working well, you're making money and you're able to successfully, print, then this can go up pretty quickly if we work together and we have like, a strategy together. And so oops, I didn't mean to close that. And then, like I said, we're going to reward the top traders, and this is all just done by volume and referral fees. So if you click in and you log in, it will ask you to sign a transaction to, have gasless fees, and then it'll ask you to sign another transaction to send builder fees over. And so if you do that, and you also, actually, I think, they're not listed in here. I'll show you on the other screen. But if you do that, you'll be able to earn your rank up this leaderboard. And so 2 of these accounts are mine, and the other 3 are other people. 1 of them I know, and then the other 2 I don't know. So I think I think the people that are trading the most volume, I don't know who these 2 guys are. So yeah, we want to basically spin up this leaderboard. So the goal is going to be to get this leaderboard going and to basically get to giving out this $250,000 as fast as possible. That's our goal over the next, I would say, 4 weeks. Is can we get this trading volume up and get this $250,000 handed out to these 10 people? And we've got all the rules for the trading competition. Oh my God, they're not here. I gotta fix this. You know where they are? They're on Hyperhold. See, this is why I'm glad I'm working with this. Move the rules. Let's see. So if we go to hyperhold.app rules, does this work? No, yes, no. I need a new browser. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to move these rules over, but these are all the rules. If you have your referral applied and the builder approved, they'll give you these rules. And then this is the breakdown of the prizes. So the best trader on that list is going to earn 100K. The second best is 50, then 30, 20, 15, and it just goes down. And the goal is to reward the top 10 traders that trade through our interface. So there's a value, there's a reward that's going to get paid out from this first 250K worth of trading fees. So that's the goal for the whole trading setup, is let's get people into a spot where they can be successful and help others. And so we have two we have two strategies for doing that. And I think I talked about the growth strategy last week, but let me just go through it one time real quick. What is it? Excalidraw.com. Oh yeah, here we go. Perfect. It's already here. That doesn't work. Okay. So this is our growth strategy, right? We want people to join the community. We want people to join on Bloxwap so that they can trade. And when they trade, we want them to make money. And when they make money, we want them to share their P&Ls, their wins, so that other people get excited and join. So this is the main flywheel that we want to get people in. Now, when people are trading, we want them to get insights, and we want them to say like, oh, I traded because I saw that, something good was going to happen. And so we have this Tap Siren product, which is running live in our Discord and our Telegram, which just gives you like signals. So it says, hey, S&P 500 has been moving, go take a look at it. XRP has been moving, go take a look at it. Gold has been moving, go take a look at it. And this is running in our Telegram right now in an alert channel. So you can actually go see these alerts that are being sent off. And we just have a bunch of markets that we're watching that we're sending alerts on. And right now it's free, but I don't know, maybe we'll lock it down at some point. And then the other thing we've put in place, this is more for, I would say, later down the line, is this Tap Trade TV. So we want to live stream tap trading on Bloxwap to other people so that people can watch tap trading, see how easy or how non-threatening it is, and see how easy it is to trade, and then basically join the community from outside the community. So Tap Trade TV is designed to on-ramp people from outside of the community and get them in this flywheel, and Tap Siren is designed to reward people that are already in and keep the flywheel growing. And the goal is to grow the pie for Bloxwap as big as possible so that us, as a community, we all win. So that's the high level idea. And, like I said, right now I'm just excited about all of the different markets that are coming out via HIP 3 and HIP 4. Just the ability to basically be able to give the first $250,000 of fees to the community is going to be super exciting as well. And so that's kind of it at a high level. Oh, actually, you know what? And then I have this, let me switch over to this. So I have a version of this is my actual account. And I was trading with this earlier. Let me see. Am I logged in? No, I'm not logged in. Let me log in. What is this? What wallet do I have? I think this. I don't know if this is broken or not. No, I'm here. 140 bucks. Can I not log in? Rabby? Hold on, let me see something. I don't know what's up with this. Give me 1 segundo. Why is this not letting me log in? Whoa. That's not what I want. Why does it say no dApp found? Oh, that's funny. I just had to refresh it. It was just a caching problem. All right. So. Oh, but the thing is still dead. Wait, are these working? Oh, that's funny. So the up-down market, their data source is fine. All right, so trading this, I have to do this approval. So I have to cache a key in here to allow you to do gasless transactions. So now I don't have to do any signatures. I got wrecked. Okay, so it's 2 cents. So if I say yes, order cannot be immediately matched. Oh no! Wait. Oh, there we go. It opened. Oh no, it didn't open. You know what? I think. Oh no, it did open. Okay, so we're up 6 cents. Oh no, we're down 11. Up 3. Up. Let me close this. Alright, so we just made 11 cents. Easy. Simple, guys. And then click share win. Oh no. I'm on the wrong account. Hold on. I gotta switch my... Oh, this needs to be cleaned up for sure. Yeah, this is... Okay. So let's go. So if we go to x.com/Joe Blau, right, you'll see the P&L posted. So this was the trade I just made here. Made 11 cents, holding number 20. So number 20, this is how I need to fix this, because this is how what's it called? How Hyperliquid references these outcome markets. They're indexed by like numbers. And so it's called it's called like Bitcoin, whatever. Bitcoin over, what was it called? Let's see. Bitcoin above 79,000, that's what it should be called, but it just says number 20. So I need to fix this also. So let me make a note and add this as a cleanup task. Should say BTC over whatever I don't even know what the thing is. Oh yeah, BTC above 79K. Yeah. So that is that simple. There's obviously a couple of little bugs in terms of opening up positions and things that we need to fix. And I think right now we're getting some issues with the WebSockets. So I might talk to that guy and see if he can give me access to their RPCs. But this fixed. The main WebSocket's working again. You can tell because up here, when this number, if this is a number, then that means it's connected because it's set the price. If this still says the market, or the asset, if it says like BTC over USD, then it's not set yet. But Bitcoin's not doing anything right now. Nothing exciting. Are these doing anything? No. And then I also put in a bunch of hotkeys because one of my friends, he's deep in the depths. So if you do Command K, it brings up the assets, and then you can just type, BTC, and then you'll see the Bitcoin assets. Oh, I need to put an up and down arrow here. So that's another thing. After search, add up, down arrow to select asset. So if I do above, yep, okay. Solana, yeah, you can do so if I do Solana right here and I click enter, which is the Solana market, and then I have $65 to trade with. There's a bunch of confusion because there's this $61. There's this USDH. So you need USDH to trade these up down markets, and then you use USDC to trade everything else. And so I need to figure out how to consolidate all that stuff and make it a little bit less daunting to interact with and engage with. But so far, I think right now it's pretty straightforward, and I just made a couple of tasks to clean up a bunch of stuff in here. But right now, it's cool. We've got crypto, commodities, stocks, indices, pre-IPO, and outcome markets. And like I said, if you're doing trading on this platform, your trades are being accounted for on this leaderboard. And you can see, oh, this is me right here at the bottom. So your trades are being accounted for on this leaderboard, and that's everything's being tabulated. And as it's being tabulated up, you're moving up and down, and the top 10 traders will get this $250,000 pot. And then from there, we have, any other ideas that you've got in the community. Would love to hear it, because I think now that we have a sustainable plan for growing, it's going to be about kind of scaling this up and then speeding up the flywheel, right? So how do we get this process to go faster, right? We want, this thing, we want this to go faster, and then we also want this to go faster. So we get better alerts, better notifications that then speed up everything and make everything more exciting with the community. So I'm actually going to head out now, because I'm going to go downtown and go hang out at the Coliseum for a little bit. But and I know a lot of people are in Miami right now at what's it called? Consensus. So there's probably not going to be that many people at the office, but I'm going to head over there and then go just work from there. So I don't see any questions in the chat yet. So I'm just going to go. I'm just going to sign off, and then actually let me write this other thing, backup RPC. I'm going to have to do like a load balanced RPC of some sort, because we're not getting what we need. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. What was that? Let me see what that RPC provider was. Give me a sec. If I open this, what's going to happen? Oh no, I need to open up Discord, and Discord takes up too much RAM for my computer to stay alive, so I'll do that later. Yeah, something's not right. All right, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna fix this RPC thing, and then get back to it. Actually, I'm gonna fix it right now. Let's see. It's clear. This is my development environment. All right, chat. I will see you guys later, guys and girls. And like I said, if you got any questions, join the Telegram. It's t.me/Bloxwap. And that's BLOXWAP. There's a bunch of cool people in there. And we have the bot in there also, that's letting us know when things are moving. Oh, crude oil just moved. Nice. All right. Catch you later. Have a great week. I'm excited. Let's see if we can get some more traders, tap traders, and get the pot bigger so that we can get more tap traders and get the pot bigger and pay people out. All right, community. See you later.